if you're a fan of the silver screen, there's an event going on in Biddeford that is just for you. It's the Vacationland Film Festival.
It goes Thursday through Sunday at the City Theater. Joining us this morning to talk about a critically acclaimed film being shown on Saturday at 7 p.m. is Chris Walters. Now, he is from Hallowell, Maine, and produced a documentary called Artfully United. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to be here, Jeff and Katie. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, talk about what is this film about?
Artist activist named Mike Norris, who's from Los Angeles, was born in Watts, lives out there and is doing a mural tour in some rough areas that are affected by a lot of crime, a lot of poverty. He's somebody who's a fine artist that could be doing almost anything. In this case, he's a muralist. I've known him for over 10 years, and we've been making this documentary since 2016. It's called Artfully United. We premiered it over at the Cannes Film Festival a few months ago in May as a market screening. And then we were in Brooklyn about a week or so ago for the Greenpoint Film Festival. We're excited to be showing it on the big screen here in Maine for the first time this Saturday in Biddeford at the Vacationland Film Festival at 7 p.m. at the City Theater.
What was the conversation like between the two of you when you first decided to go on this journey together?
Mike's a guy who's very accomplished in his own right as a fashion designer and an artist. And these murals he does as part of the Artfully United tour belies his talent because they're great big white walls with black lettering that say forgiveness or love or peace. He's also got a character called Powerful Paul that's a little cartoon guy that's doing some sort of animation in each of these murals. But the simplicity and the scale are what set apart from a lot of his other art. This is a guy that can do, you know, oil painting level masterpieces on the side of Air Force One shoes. His background was in fashion design. He's an incredible artist. And he's also from a family that's really experienced some challenges. This is a distinctly American success story, in my opinion. We go over his sisters, Carmel and Joy. We talk about his parents, Dorcas and Salim. And it's a remarkable story of not only his art and activism, but his family of origin. And there's surprises in the film which we never could have anticipated. I'll leave it at that. Wow. But very, very inspiring.
How exciting is it for you being from Hallowell and you being able to having the opportunity to show this film in Biddeford at this festival?
It's very exciting. I've been taking trips out to Los Angeles for this film for, like I said, the better part of 10 years. And I took Dave Benner, our director, out there with me at least 30 times. A lot of people have followed the progress of Mike's tour on social media. People have been aware that we've been making the film all this time, and that we showed it out of the country and debuted it in New York City domestically, I think, piqued a lot of people's interest. I've had people for years being like, Christopher, when do we get to see this? Or can you send me a link? And I say, no. But they've waited, and the folks that are able to see it this Saturday, it's going to be really exciting. They can buy tickets at City Theater's website, but there will also be tickets available for sale at the door. There's a big reception afterwards at the Lincoln Hotel in Biddeford, which is a very hip place. I had no idea they had such.
Yeah.
And I think it lends itself well to the subject matter in our documentary. They have some nice murals, and it's quite a beautiful space.
You're right.
Southern Maine really has quite a scene. I live up in the Augusta area, and it's nice up there also, but Southern Maine and Portland, Biddeford, Yarmouth all have a well-deserved food scene, and I'm excited to check out this hotel space.
What are you really hoping that people take away from this film?
I hope that folks will be inspired that through education, through personal responsibility, through faith, through connections with family and other support systems, that the American dream is possible. Mike Norris is someone who, against the longest of odds, has become extraordinarily successful and is well respected, not just in Los Angeles, but all over the country. We opened the movie with him talking about a bunch of his different celebrity commission clients for shoes and clothes, but even up till now, he's doing big wedding portraits for people and celebrities, and He's a guy who's tremendously respected out there. He was already part of something called the California Ceasefire Committee, that he was attending weekly meetings for years, even before I met him. So he's someone who's respected by the street level community. He gets the buy-ins of the different gangs in the areas when he goes and does these different murals. I mean, these are in Inglewood and Compton and Watts and South Central Los Angeles. He also works with law enforcement in the area, with clergy in the area, with community organizing groups, as well as the property owners, as well as, you know, navigating any bureaucracy or red tape or zoning restrictions. Some of these murals are, you know, 90 feet long by almost 30 feet high. They're in areas of very high crime, and there's testimonials since these murals have been produced about, you know, there's less violence in this area where the peace mural is. And there's people that reach out to him about his forgiveness mural saying, you know, I was suicidal or I was deeply depressed, and this intervention, just whether it's at the bus stop or whether it's driving by, it registers with people. These are really powerful messages, and I think Mike really is getting through to his communities out there.
Wow, powerful.
Yeah, can't wait to hear what people think about when they see this. And one of the words they talk about is hope. So thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. All right.